How's it going? This is Lunch with the One-Eyed Fat Man, um, May 14th, 2020. It's to pay homage to all the fallen victims of COVID-19, all the first responders, all the people in the hospital. It's sad, sad. But this program here is to entertain, to educate, and to offend everybody on the planet at least once. Looks like the COVID-19 is not slowing down at all. And I saw in the news today where they had another 3 million people are getting unemployed this week. So it brought it up to like 36 million people that are going to be unemployed without jobs and stuff like that. And they said probably 42% of them will not go back to work. Their jobs will be eliminated. That's half of that is like 17 million people. But 3 million people in a week, some people say, well, that's not very many. But here in Idaho, okay, that's Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming. All three states combined with men, women, and children. That's how many 3 million people are. And that's in 1 week that are unemployed, you know. And it's not getting any better. It's sad because people are going to be suffering. And the sad thing about it is the man-made virus, and the scientists and stuff like that. So far, it's been almost 5 months, and they haven't figured out how to stop it or vaccine or whatever, And I don't have faith in the scientists that we have. The people that go into college and stuff like that. But today, let's talk about the Bible, I guess. Okay. See, back in the Old Testament, Deuteronomy and Leviticus. Okay, it's in there twice that we're not supposed to eat certain kind of fish. They're unclean fish or whatever. But we do it. We all fall short of the glory of God. All of us fall short. All of us. No matter who we are, we all fall short. Okay, but like crab and shrimp, lobster, clam, stuff like that, people love to eat that. And I know I do too. But we're not supposed to be eating those because God put them out here on this planet to clean the oceans and stuff. And we've been netting those up for centuries. Go out there with nets and just scoop them up. And we have nothing to clean the oceans. That's why there's sharks and stuff like that are going further north and up to the shores. They have nothing to eat in the ocean, so they come up and get a tourist or something like that, and scientists go, well, I don't know what happened. Duh, they have nothing to eat in the ocean. That's how scientists are. And it's twice, not just once in the Bible, but it's twice. Leviticus and Deuteronomy, So if he tells you twice in the Bible not to do it, we should not do that. But we all do it. We all do it, because we all love seafood. It's good stuff. But we're not supposed to be eating it. Yeah, I don't think it says anything about the polar ice caps, but if we lose those, that's what cools this planet down, because we always have the combustible engines and fires and volcanoes and stuff like that heats up this planet. But if the polar ice caps leave, every day is going to be like 115. That's going to be the average. Plus, it's going to go higher. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the New World Order will probably come into power. Get rid of a few people, a lot of people, because the planet can't survive with this many people. Okay, like in the Bible. Okay, I got some good news and some bad news. Okay, the good news is we're all going to heaven. We're all going to heaven. We're all going to heaven. That's good news. Yay, we're going to heaven. Yay. The bad news is I don't know how long you're going to stay there. It's called the white throne judgment. Wherever God is, that's where heaven is. So that means when you go in the white throne judgment, you're going to be in heaven right there in that time. You get judged. You probably just get blotted out. You're not going to go to eternal hell. I don't know why people tell you that. You just be blotted out, nobody will remember you or whatever. But we all go to heaven. How long we're going to stay there, it's up to God. There's no rapture or anything like that. That's bullshit. As soon as we die, to be absent from this body is to be present with the Lord. As soon as you die, you go straight up there, And I don't know why people teach you the rapture stuff like that. But when you get there, you'll say, I do not know you, because you did not know him. You did not know God, and he will not know you. Because we're all in the times of our own business and stuff like that. Times are getting crazy and crazy. But everybody that's alive today, we went through the generation of the fig tree, parallel to the fig tree. I don't know where it's at in the Bible. I can't see right now. That's why I can't give you the scriptures and stuff, but I know what it says. Okay, from 1948 to 2017, 2018, that was a generation of the fig tree, parallel of the fig tree. Okay, a generation. 70 70 years. Okay, that's around 2017, 2018. A lot of things started to change right around that period, and a lot of people knew that the economy was going to fail then, even before the virus even hit. A lot of people knew it was going to go down, because they seen it coming. But the bad thing is, there's going to be a lot of divorces. There's going to be a lot of people losing their houses. There's going to be a lot of homeless people. There's going to be a lot of crime, a lot of stuff like that. But we all need to stay calm. Violence doesn't solve anything. Violence does not solve nothing. We all need to stay calm. But right now we're going into the apocalypse. Some people call it the turbulation, whatever you want to call it. I call it the apocalypse of the four horsemen. Political, educational, monetary, religion. All of that is fake. All of that is fake. Okay, it started after the generation of the fig tree. That's why now it's going to get worse and worse and worse. People know that it's fake now. Politicians, see Biden and Trump, they used to be best friends, now they're backstabbing each other. So you can become the president of the United States. Who would even want that job right now? I have no clue who would even want that job. But that goes all the way down to your mayors, your city officials, your sheriffs and stuff like that. They put on a big show about what they can do, this and that and this and that. It's all fake. It's all fake. They won't do that, And I don't know why anybody even want to be a politician. Okay, let's take education. Education, anybody that's went to college or whatever, it's a higher learning. Higher learning, they call it higher learning, You got to do higher learning. Okay. You go to college, you get your books and stuff like that. One book only, one book, $200, $200 for that book. Okay, you may not even open that book at all, the whole semester. You may not even open that book. It costs you $200, and you may not even use it. But when you go to return it or whatever, they don't want it. They say it's obsolete, it's outdated. We can't use it anymore. So you just lost $200 right there. That's just the starting of the gimmick of the colleges and stuff like that. See, that's who's going to suffer right now, is the people that went to college, got their degrees, they still owe student loans, this and that. Your degree is not going to be worth shit, man. Not worth shit. Because people are going to be fighting over jobs, People are going to be flipping burgers, stuff like that. Not just flipping burgers, because people may not even have hamburger anymore. But there's not going to be any jobs for these people. Like middle management, who are they going to manage if people don't go back to work, And it's going to be the top people to get those jobs, It doesn't matter if you got a degree or not. Say you got a degree, say you're, 50 years old. Just say you're 50 years old. Nobody's going to want you. You're too old. You only got like another 10 years. They want somebody younger and stuff like that. So your education doesn't mean shit, man. Okay, you threw away a book that cost $200. And people get these degrees. They go 8 years of college, try to get a PhD, blah, blah, blah. Okay, they're getting ready to come out of college. There's no jobs right now. But they still own the student loan. Okay. For instance, this is my Galaxy 5. I bought this brand new. Bought it for $600. I'll probably never buy another smartphone again. Okay, the Galaxy 5 cost $600 5 or 6 years ago. Okay, now you can get one for $150, $150, brand new or whatever. Okay, that book that you threw away that you never opened cost you $200. It's useless. It's useless. It's useless. This phone right here is going to cost you $150. This right here is smarter than anybody that's got a PhD. This right here. You just have some high school kid, a freshman in high school. He's smarter than the person with the PhD just for having this. It knows all, it sees all, it tells all. And people don't realize that. But your degrees are nothing, you know. I know it took a lot of time to go there because I went to college for a short period too. Honestly, I hated it. I knew it was stupid. I seen people cry on an algebra test. I think it was algebra. She got like a 79 or something like that, and she was in the hallway boobing because of her grade point average. What the fuck, man? You know, why get upset? Now, your degrees are useless. Like people that go to Harvard, Yale, Berkeley, University of UCLA or whatever the hell it's called, you know, they're nothing. They are nothing, you know. They have scientists right now who can't even figure out the coronavirus. What the fuck do they go to college for, you know? 5 months and nobody's come up with anything? You know, there's a problem. I'll give you the solution right now. The solution is don't fucking start this shit in the first place. You need to, we need to, all of us need to find the people that are doing this. It's not just Chinese, it's Americans too. And stop it. You know, we need to stop this in the lab because all it is, it's a man-made virus. It's made to kill people. It's made to fuck them up hard. You know, it's a weapon of mass destruction. It's a war crime. And we're not in war right now. I guess we're in war with the apocalypse or whatever because they have to get rid of us somehow. I'm just having coffee today. That's pretty good. I enjoy coffee. Good stuff. Good stuff. It's hard to believe that Starbucks is like $5-6 a cup, and people drink 2 or 3 cups a day. That shit has got to stop. You know, people, you're gonna have to tighten your belt and tighten it fast. But who's gonna suffer is the people with the PhDs, masters, bachelors, people in management, blah blah blah. They don't need those people. They do not need those people at all. And the thing is, when you start getting up there, you start making money, you know, 80, 90,000, 100,000. Some people want to make that 6-figure income. Okay. Those jobs are going to be hard to replace. I remember back in 1980 when the Postal Service was called Postal or whatever, people went into the job and started shooting somebody or whatever the hell, being stupid. But they were saying they were making like $40,000 a year back then. You know, they're stressed out and went back to work and started killing people. But it's easier to replace a job, $18,000 a year, than it is like one's making 42, 44, 45. People now are making 100,000. You're not going to be able to replace those jobs, folks. They're not going to be there. You know, automation's coming in. What do they need you? Even school teachers. What do they need school teachers for? You know, I told that lady like 15 years ago. They called up and said, "Would you like to donate to teachers? We're not getting paid enough." Blah blah blah. But the thing is, like last year, they wanted to raise or give them a raise or whatever. Now you can see they don't need them. They can do just like what I'm doing right here, try to teach you that. But you can have anybody teach the class. Anybody, Einstein, whoever you want is going to teach that class. Those people are going to be out of work. You know, they went to school, become a school teacher. That's the job that they wanted. Now it's going to be obsolete for reals, folks, for reals. You know, education. And then people argue, well, I went to Stanford. Well, I went to Berkeley. I went to this. Well, I'm smarter than you. You're not. You're an educated idiot, you know. You spend a lot of money on something that it's not going to do you any good. What's your education? Okay, people that write books. I know a guy that wrote 6 books. You know, his first 2 books, he had to type out. He told me he typed out, you know, before the computers or whatever. This is back in the 80s. He typed out 2 books. It took him 5 years or something like that to do this. I wouldn't read his books anyway. I'd buy one if he'd sign it. I'd buy it. But now, he told me like 4 years ago, he says, now, anybody without even an education can write a book. You know, you can just go on the audio and type it out, and they got the Grammarly or whatever, they can spell check it and all that stuff. So people that write books, you know, it's still good to write a book of this and that. But that's going obsolete too, you know. But the education, it doesn't matter. Your education is useless. You know, doctors too, doctors. See, the bad thing about the education, this is it. All those people, Stanford, whatever, Berkeley, Harvard, Yale, they all want to become lawyers. They all want to become lawyers, you know. Why? Because like every time you watch something on TV, they always have the pharmaceutical company and people suing you. You know, pharmaceutical company, people suing you. You always have to have those lawyers suing people, you know. They want divorce lawyers. People are getting divorces, man, you know. And they drag it out, drag it out, and drag it out. They want to nickel and dime people to death, you know. Take as much money from them as possible. And that's sad because people have been together, you know, 20, 30, 40 years, man. And then all of a sudden they end up getting a divorce. And the old lady gets the house, the guy gets his freedom. Both of them are settled for a while, but it's sad. Sad, sad, sad that people have to go through that. Some people just get married for the financial stability, you know, because both of them went to college or whatever. One's like upper management, and one's something else, you know, maybe a lawyer or something like that. And then after about 20, 30 years, they don't even like being together, you know, don't even like looking at each other. They're just sick of it. They have nothing in common, you know, except for money, and money's not real, man. Money's not real, and it's sad, sad. But the people with the degrees and stuff like that, they're the ones going to suffer too, because those jobs are not going to be there. Like when they said 42% of all jobs are not coming back. You know, 42% out of 36 million. That's like, you know, 15, 16 million jobs that are not coming back. And then you have to have management, people in management positions. They're not coming back because who are they going to manage? They can't even manage their spouse or whatever at their homes. How are they going to manage a business that's not even there? You know, it's kind of sad. But that's educational. You know, you need to have an education. You need to know how to read and write and stuff like that. But the computer's taking over. College will be obsolete. Schools will be obsolete. You know, the truck driver's going to be obsolete. There's not going to be any truck drivers. There's not going to be school teachers. And when you go get your groceries, you're just going to pull behind the store, just like the truck drivers come in and back up or whatever. You're going to go behind the store. You're going to have a number. They're going to bring your groceries out. They're going to give it to you, you know. And they say that there's people starving right now. I don't know why there's people starving. You know, we're fat Americans, man. All of us are fat. All of us are fat, you know. I'm like 20 pounds overweight. But the thing is, it's called a 40-year spread. When you get like about a 40, you know, like women, you know, women are pretty good looking and stuff like that in their 20s and 30s and stuff like that. And all of a sudden they hit 40. When they start hitting 40, their butt starts getting 40 inches wide. You know, they lose their looks, they get chubby. You know, and guys, their waist is 40. You know, we got to start wearing a 40 inches with belt and stuff like that. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It's called a 40-year spread. And we go through it. The men get the big old guts, and the women get the big butts, and we all get huge, man. We all get huge. Fat Americans, man. That's us. Oh, what's funny is my friend yesterday, Donald, he just lives down the street. I've known him forever. He sent me a video about these white women. Now they're showing their thongs. I thought that was hilarious because I really don't like twerking. I don't like women with big asses. You know, they twerk and stuff like that, and everybody goes nuts. That's ghetto booty, and it's how people fall for that. You know, the simple-minded people, they fall for shit like that. But they're showing, white women are showing the thongs and stuff. To me, that's a lot better. But education, your education is useless. Useless, useless. Because the computer, it knows all, it sees all, it tells all, whatever. All you got to do is run a keyboard. And people don't think they're being tracked. Every time you pick up a phone like this, okay, where's it at? I can't even see. Okay, you're picking up a phone like this. You're going to talk. Okay. These phones have cameras. They give you a retina scan. They keep track of you no matter what you do. You know, you can't hide your information. You can't hide wherever you're at. They can track you down. See, that's why I don't see why they're hiring people to track down people with COVID-19. They've already got them tracked with the phones. They already know. Whoever they are, they can see. They can go back in time, 3 or 4 days or whatever, and they know. Because all of our information is going to Salt Lake at the NSA there in Salt Lake. And all the information in the world is going to Israel. I don't know why it goes to Israel, but that's where it goes, except for China. I don't think China gives their information to Israel, you know. But we're all being tracked. They don't need us. They don't want us, you know. What do they want us for? For what, you know? See, like I said, you live a generation. That's 70. Okay, I'm already 70. I got 10 years to go. They want to up the retirement age to like 70. So that's right when you die, man. You pay all that money and then you die. That's what the government wants. America, land of the free, home of the slave. And it's funny that people want to make that big money, 6 figures, got to make 6 figures. That's their goal. And they're working and working and working. They have a house or whatever. They don't even stay at that house. They just work too much. And the next thing you know, they get fat, they get ugly, they get a divorce. It happens to us all. All of us, man. All of us go through that. See, that's the thing about the banks, too. That's what they want. They want you to go through a divorce, a death, loss of a job, illness, whatever. They're there to come and take your shit, man. Because like student loans and hospital bills, they'll get those back. They will get them back one way or another, Take it all the way to the grave. Student loans and hospital bills, they'll get that. Whatever kind of collateral you have, they'll come and take it when you die. You got a house, they'll take it for your student loans. For what? What did you learn? You didn't learn jack shit. Should have just bought you a $150 Galaxy 5, man. The Galaxy 5. But also in the Bible, it says that people will be waiting in the streets to take the mark of the beast. They'll be waiting, which they do. And I've showed this so many times. Okay, you take the letters of the alphabet, you add 6 to each one. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, blah, blah, blah. Add that up, spells computer. Okay. The computer is the mark of the beast. The computer is the mark of the beast. The first computer ever made. Steve Wozniak, Steve Jobs. Sold for $666.66. All these symbols right here. I joke about this being an Ethiopian, but it's not. All these, first one, middle one, and the last one is 6. If you know how to read barcodes, they're 666. You look at every barcode, it's 666. And they're tracking us. All the time they're tracking us, no matter what. See, that's the new money right now. Money's no good. Money's useless, They want our information. Okay, like I said earlier, God says, I did not know you. I did not know you. Which he didn't because you don't know him, when you're right there at the white throne judgment. Okay, now they say, we know you by your works. It's in the Bible. They will know you by your works. How will they know you by your works? Because they got track of you in the computers. Everything you do is being tracked. So that's how they know you by your works. What your weakness is, what you like, blah, blah, blah. They know everything. They know everything. Okay, that's political, Trump and frickin' Biden and Hillary and all that shit. That's just bullshit, man. That's just fake, okay. Education, I just told you, education's fake. It doesn't matter anymore. After the generation of the fig tree, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. You're wasting your fucking time, people. You're wasting your time going to school. And the people that did go to school, if they got a job, they better keep that job because they may not have it for very long. They may not be able to replace that job. Like I said, people are going to get divorces. They're going to lose their house. See, the thing about the COVID-19, you don't hear about people that are homeless. There's people that are homeless that have that COVID-19. I don't hear anything on the news about those people. What are they doing? Are they just dying in the streets or what the fuck? I don't know. I have no clue. I'm good to go. I stay home by myself. I try to stay away from people. My son comes every once in a while. I don't know where he's been. It's hard to say about him. But I only go to the store maybe once or twice a month. Try to stay away from people. So far, I haven't got my $1,200 stimulus check. I'm a vet. People in jail already got their money. People on disability and stuff like that already got their money. But the vets, they haven't got shit yet. That's kind of hilarious, But that's the way it is. Hurry up and wait. That's where it came from. Okay, like money, like I'm talking about. Money. Money is useless. There's nothing to back that shit up. Nothing to back up money. Nothing. They just print that shit out right and left. They may be printing out a lot more since, 17, 18 million people aren't coming back to work. They're not coming back. So to save a riot, civil unrest, which there is civil unrest right now, but it could get a lot worse. To save that, they're going to have to start passing out money, give them $1,000, $2,000 a month, to keep them pacified so they don't start going nuts. I don't know how much money you need. See, money's a cure-all, no matter what. Give them enough money, they're happy, you know. Like I said, people want to make six figures. What the hell's six figures, you know? You will always want more, you know. Never happy. You're never happy. Um, okay, religion. Religion's sad. Sad, sad, sad. None of it's real, you know. False prophets. It says in the Bible, too. Beware of false prophets. You know, there's no prophets anymore. There's no prophets at all. None, none, none. No prophets. What was in the Bible, that's all they had. There's no more prophets. There's teachers and stuff like that. You know, preachers. There's no prophets. You know, don't trust this man or any other man. You look it up yourself. You know, like in the Bible, it does make mistakes, but it's called the Apocrypha and the Masorah. That's Hebrew and Aramaic and Greek, I think, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, the translations, they made a few mistakes because of King James. King James had so many people translate the Bible, you know, and there was mistakes. But the Bible, it's coming up. This is Revelations right now, people. Revelations. And like I say, this is the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Political, educational, monetary, religion. All of them are fake. There is a God. Of course there's a God. You know, of course. There is a God. But all the stuff that we're used to, they say it's going to be the new norm. The new norm, I don't know what the fuck that is. Because life is never going to be the same. Life is never going to be the same. You know, people that have jobs are going to lose. You know, I've been doing this for like 3 years. I sold a boat, sold a house, sold some land, stuff like that. I survived, you know. I know I can survive. But other people, it's new to them. You know, they only done it 4 months and they're already panicking. They're starting to panic, and it's getting hard for them. You know, they don't know how to do it. But the thing is, you need to plant a garden. Try to be self-sufficient no matter what. Try to do that. Anything, you know. How can I say? Get a food dehydrator, you know, juicer or whatever, and start stocking up on stuff like that. But women, you know, women lose their looks. You know, they might be good looking, might be a cute little girl and stuff like that. When they get older, like I said, 40-year spread, you're starting to turn 40, starting to get widened out, and, you know, you're not as attractive as you used to be, and got by on your looks for so long. Your looks only last for so long. And your brains, it doesn't matter. It's survival mode now. You know, you got to be in that. You know, it doesn't matter what college you went to or whatever the fuck. Sports, I don't know. You know, they want to like sports. I don't watch sports myself, not that much. You know, I watch Super Bowl every once in a while. But people aren't even going to the sporting games and stuff like that. And how they're going to pay those football players, you know, $6 million a year, $8 million a year or whatever. Football players, basketball players, baseball players, hockey, all that. Boxers. How are they going to pay that kind of money if nobody shows up, you know? And, you know, those people are talented. People that are musicians and stuff like that, you know. They got big bands and stuff like that. And how are they going to support the bands, you know? Because it's not just the 4 or 5 people in the band. It's an industry, you know. It's like I said earlier one time, East Coast, West Coast, you know, they're fighting each other. Tupac and Biggie got killed, you know. That right there, those two were industries. Both of them were industries. They had their own industry, their own companies. They had their own people working for them, you know. They supported a lot of people, okay. Both of them got killed. I don't think it was the Ku Klux Klan. I don't think the Ku Klux Klan rode in on horses with the hoods and shit and went into Vegas and shot Tupac. I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure it was blacks. Black on black violence, you know. That's how stupid it was. But Biggie and Tupac got killed, you know. Both of them got killed. Both of them supported families. Both of them had industries. Both of them had companies. And both of them were making good money, okay. East Coast, West Coast, they were fighting. Who won? The number one rapper is a white guy, Eminem from Detroit. He's not from the East Coast or the West Coast. Because of stupidity like that. That's like education. Oh, I'm from, I went to college in Harvard. You know, I went to Harvard. I went to Yale. I went to Berkeley. I went to UCLA, you know. Fuck them, man. It's East Coast, West Coast. It's nothing. It doesn't matter anymore. It does not matter. After the generation of the fig tree, parallel of the fig tree, a lot of people don't know what that is. You have to look that up, but it's over with now. It's come to pass. It's come to pass. We're in the apocalypse now. I don't know how long it's going to last, but we're in the apocalypse. Okay, that's monetary is no good. Monetary. The houses are outrageous. Rent and stuff like that. People want $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month, $2,000 a month for rent, and people aren't there. They're there now because we have to be locked inside. But when people are working, they work and work and work and work and work hard, 15 hours a day. Because I remember I used to drive truck, and I never had any fucking time off. And I wasn't getting anywhere. Just turning my crank, just going and going and going and going and going, and had 2 days off sometimes. 1 day to clean, 1 day to rest. Went back to work and fucking hated that job, man. Going back to a job 12, 14 hours a day that I really hated. I'm glad I don't have to work anymore. I'm set up. I'm okay. But religion's crazy. You don't need those people. You don't need somebody to confess your sins to. God is there no matter what. You don't have to go to your bishop, go to your father at the Catholic Church or whatever it is. Tell somebody at the fucking Jehovah's Witnesses and stuff. You don't need those people. Confess your sin to God. God will forgive. He doesn't want to hear it again. You don't confess it over and over and over again. You only tell him once. Once, it's there. Don't cry over it again. But that's religion. Religion, it's all fake. It's all fake. It's good to control the masses. It's good to. That's what it's there for, to control the masses. But it's good to fellowship with other people. People need to get out and talk to other people. But you always got to keep in touch with God and stuff like this, because this coronavirus, this is just a start. Like in the Bible, it says 1/3 will die of the pestilence. Okay, that's germs, viruses, bugs, whatever. That's pestilence. People, you need to disinfect stuff like that. But 1/3 is going to die, and 1/3 is going to die from beast of the field. That's the thing. The meat's going to get tainted. They're not going to tell us. We're going to eat it. Some people are going to die, and it's sad. But the thing is, to stop this coronavirus, we need to stop the people that are making it. That's the cure right there. Is those people that are making the coronavirus, the COVID-19. It's not just China, folks. It's not just China. Russia's doing it. The United States is doing it. And why do they need to do this? Why? All it is a man-made virus to kill people. That's all it is. Man-made virus to kill people. And it doesn't need to be made at all. It's like nuclear, biological, and chemical. Nuclear, we got enough stuff now to destroy this planet 15 times over. What the fuck do we need that shit for? Why do we need a nuclear bomb? Because as soon as one goes, okay, it's like I live in Idaho. They have INEL, not too far from here, 150 miles or whatever, but it's pretty close to Yellowstone. Okay, if Yellowstone goes, that right there might go, INEL, it'd be a catastrophe like you wouldn't believe. But that's another thing, after the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, okay, political, educational, monetary, religion. It has to go in that order, folks, have to go in that order. But they're all fake, That's the horsemen, not the horses. The last horse is the pale horse, the horse of death. That's the religion. Go to the wrong religion, your soul's dead forever. Okay, that's the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Then it's going to be in the end of days. Everybody's heard of the end of days. It's not the end of times, not the end of man, it's not the end of the world, it's the end of days. What's the end of a day? Sun goes down, that's the end of a day. Okay. Now it means the end of days is going to be like the volcano, or what's it called, Yellowstone, erupts, spews that shit in the air, And then, like I say, INEL is not too far from Yellowstone. I don't know why they put it that close. But if that goes up, it's going to have a nuclear disaster. I don't want to sound so gloom and doom and all that shit. But it's going to be the end of days. That means that the sun's not going to come out for a long time. The crops are going to die. A lot of people are going to die. And then it's going to be the Battle of Armageddon after that. We got a while, people. It's not coming too fast, I don't think. But you just got to figure out where it's at. But the generation of the fig tree just passed, last year or so, 2 years. Anything after that, it's all fake, Prior to that, I guess it was good. Religion, money, all that. But now, none of it. None of it's good. None of it. So just remember the end of days. I don't know what people are going to do, I don't know how long it's going to last. At the end of the day, it could last for 4 years. It could last for 40 years. It could last for 400 years, But the earth's still going to go on, But the computer knows all, sees all. It's a God. It's a God with a small g. They're keeping track of us. They don't need us. The Georgia Guidestones, you can look at the Georgia Guidestones. All they want is 500 million people on this planet at all time. No more than 500 million, You're not going to be able to have babies. You're not going to be able to do what. But they have to get rid of the combustible engines because we put too much pollution in the air, plastics and shit like that. All of us waste plastic. See, like I said, all of us fall short of the glory of God. We all have ate seafood, and we all enjoyed that. But in the Bible, 2 places, Deuteronomy and Leviticus, it says not to do that. Twice. Not just once, but twice. It tells us not to do that. And what do? We netted that shit up for centuries. And we all have ate it, And now the oceans are polluted and fish can't live and stuff like that. But I think it probably went on too long anyway. But remember, political, educational, monetary, religion, they're all fake. Don't panic. Some people are going to get divorces. Some people already had divorces, And we're getting old, It's like I said, people like when they're 40, we're going to get overweight, A lot of us are going to get overweight right now because that's all we do is we just eat. We're not working. We're not working out. We're just eating, And it's a 40-year spread, especially a lot of the women get huge and huge and huge. And I guess people don't care about the guys as much, when they get fat, I don't know. But 40-year spread, remember that. I don't know if somebody's watching, somebody's writing stuff, but I can't read it. I wish I could so I could answer some questions. But as soon as I get my eyes fixed, I can do this. That's what this is supposed to be, questions and answers for my meth videos, which that is a fiasco like you wouldn't believe. But I never, ever in my life thought I'd ever be on camera this long. I never did, But it's kind of like therapy, It's better going to a therapist, the rapist, And that's a sad thing too. A lot of mental illness is going to come out of this, And they're going to put you on drugs and shit like that you don't need. But it's going to be sad because people go overboard about money. Money will stress you out so bad. It could push you over the edge, make you have a nervous breakdown or something like that. But just stay calm, people. Try to relax. Don't get violent. Take care, and God bless you. This is Lunch with the One-Eyed Fat Man, number May 14th. Have a good day, 2020. And never shut this off.